you've all had the chance to digest the Truman Show and look at the questions. Let's start at part one and allow you to share with the rest of the group how you answered the questions that were posed. So, anyone care to lead us off here? Go for it, Robbie.
I think the first part that Truman begins to question was reality. I said the first time was when the lady he liked, I forget her name, but Lauren?
That was her name.
Yeah. Not his wife. When she was taken away, I think that was kind of like the start of him questioning what was going on and, you know, what's going on behind the scenes, I guess.
I feel like at the time though, he kind of dismissed that, like at the time when because I feel like he actually might have thought it was schizophrenia or something, like actually might have believed that, but then once the other things started to happen, other things that he would notice, especially like when the light fell from the sky, like that, I think that's more when he started to put the pieces together.
When he heard it on the radio and everything like stopped, like when he heard them like talking on the radio about everything he was doing, and that like screeched and like and everybody that was like walking around, all the cars stopped.
Yeah.
And he was like freaking out.
And also the elevator, and he saw that there was no elevator. His wife was acting suspicious, and she would always like chime in. She would have these little like commercial breaks where she would advertise like elevator return. He started to realize that, and I think what really set him off was when she like yelled out saying like do something, and that's when he realized that there was like somebody watching, or there was other people around, and everyone was in on it.
So far we have this episode when he's a young man where this girl that he likes gets swept away, and her father says, oh, I'm sorry, she suffers from schizophrenia, this happens, you're not the first, but she tells him, this is all for you, this is not real, don't believe what they're saying. You know, this is a set that you're on. That's embedded in his memory, but then we have the lamp falling, we have the radio broadcast saying, aircraft was shedding parts as it flew over. But then we have the set coordination broadcast where it says, oh, he's turning onto Lancaster Square as he looks at the street sign, and it's like chronicling his movements. Then, of course, we get into the product placement, you know, that just seems odd. What was the last thing that we said? Elevator. There's an elevator with no back, and there happen to be, you know, set coordinators back there. You know, grips, lighting technicians, plate of donuts. Odd. Okay. What were you going to add to that?
I was going to say, I saw it sort of kind of began with this is how I tied it into the ways of knowing. It started out where he kind of brushed the things off at first, until then he was thinking about Lauren, the one he actually loved. That's when he started analyzing his marriage more. That's when he started seeing his wife acting in these strange ways. So I saw it as he finally got kind of in touch with his emotions, and that led him towards the path of actually finding his real knowledge. So I thought that kind of sparked it a little bit.
He indeed hid that obsession, didn't he? I mean, he's happily married, he's got his career, but he goes into his man cave and assembles this mythical face from his past, right? Okay, definitely. Go ahead.
What did he see in the marriage photo? And then he said something after.
Her fingers were crossed.
Is that because she's like married outside of?
As they were taking their vows, she crossed her fingers.
Yeah. Is that because she's like, see how her role, being a principal role in that show, would kind of require her to be like there all the time. Was she like sleeping there, or I don't see how she would have like a husband outside of.
She just didn't consider it a real marriage.
Yeah, I think in the beginning of the film you see her talk about how she accepted this is her life. So, however, she obviously had some misgivings as well. I mean, I don't know if you do that subliminally or what. You know. Good. What other occurrences seem to happen? Go Go ahead, Rob.
I think the nice open door to the outside world and like the wall in general was just kind of like the final like, hey, you were right all along kind of deal.
Okay. So, what really occurs at that moment?
Realization.
Stepping out of his own reality, what he knows his reality. In order
Okay.
to find truth, you could say.
He finds truth. He's stepping out of his reality, which is what?
Being objective.
Trumanville. Trumania. Is it reality? Is it objective reality?
Yeah.
It was reality.
No. Is Trumania objective reality?
Like up to his interpretation, is that what you're saying?
In general.
It's a real place.
Wouldn't it be like it's controlled by someone else and you can have kind of a bias on it, like it wouldn't be what Truman wants?
So is it reality?
No.
It's a false reality, correct? Truman accepts it as reality until he comes across this knowledge issue, correct? And Robbie stated it right away. He said he starts questioning reality.
So does that mean that his knowledge, or his reality was knowledge up until he came across the knowledge issue?
That would be a case where we're looking at how knowledge changes over time. So to Truman, that was reality. However, was it objective reality?
Yeah.
Was it the reality? No, it was a reality. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So he was accepting it as real at the time, but there were millions of people in the world that knew that that was false.
But does that mean though that it was knowledge that was his reality? Like, to him, that was reality. Did that make it knowledge at the time when he believed that, or was that then just a belief in the faith type thing? And then implying that our reality then is only accepted as faith.
Well, I guess I thought what I said was what he was living through was a false reality, or at least an incomplete one.
Yeah. So was it knowledge to him then, or was it just belief that was?
I think it was a false reality.
What is it?
So you're saying are you saying that he can't have knowledge because he doesn't really even get the chance to explore when every time he tries he's stopped?
When does his belief become knowledge?
And challenges his reality.
When he challenges reality, but explicitly when he hits the wall, correct? Isn't he going through this huge period of time where he is questioning this? Over and over, this is not right. That's when his belief really becomes knowledge, isn't it? Doesn't he have this feeling like something's not right all the time?
No, because he never had anything to prove to him that, like, it wasn't until he hit the wall. So it's kind of like a realization moment for him.
Exactly.
Before
Like,
he
is it
even
something-
started to question anything, because he really, besides like a couple of people, like the guy jumping out of the present or the guy like flying in, like before that, he hadn't really had anything to question that reality. So this is what Connor was trying to ask. At that point, is that his knowledge because he doesn't have anything to question?
Is it his knowledge? Yes. Is it
Yeah.
the
It's
knowledge?
Not the
No.
knowledge, but to him that is knowledge.
Correct.
Well, then that brings up the question is like, what's the differences between personal knowledge and community knowledge? Knowing that his personal knowledge really was his belief.
Was his personal
Yeah.
knowledge correct?
No.
No.
It was incorrect. Mainly because of its incompletion. But you also have to recognize that it was someone's fault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone was deliberately tricking you into believing it.
Yeah. That,
That'll be on YouTube. What's that?
What I'm questioning now is there ever really one reality? Like, because I think everyone has their own interpretation of what reality is. So, is there ever really one thing that's real?
Exactly.
Look at his smile.
To an extent, is there a common reality?
Exactly.
It was a question.
I would say yeah. I
Yeah,
would say that
I
to
would
an extent
agree.
there's a common.
I'm pretty sure my answer is readable. I don't think. That's for us to discuss. That's not for me to answer for you. In this class, remember that I'm not the answer holder. Our discussions are here to help you reveal them. Okay. I think this is a point of much deeper discussion. We can go much deeper on just this point. We can spend days on it, okay?